Good afternoon from, I was going to say sunny, it's pretty cloudy Colombo. I just thought I'd make this video basically talking about the situation in Sri Lanka, because I've been here for nearly 9 weeks now, and all people keep asking me who are outside the country is it safe? Are you alright? Are you sure you shouldn't leave? Sending me all these articles about the economic situation and the political unrest. So yeah, I just thought I'd make this to kind of explain what it's really like here, because as always the media portray the situation to be far worse than it actually is, and lots of people I know have booked holidays to come here, want to come here, but now they're unsure whether it's a good idea. So yeah, I'm going to tell you how it is on the ground here in Sri Lanka. Okay, so I've arrived at the protests on the Gaul Front Boulevard on the sea in Colombo. It's probably where you'd see most of the news about the stuff that's going on here. As always, as Sri Lankans have always told me in the last 9 weeks, the protests here are very peaceful. People just want the government to stop. I'm alright, thank you. The government just to stop fucking them over. So now I think we should talk about what's actually been happening here, the economic issues. Just 2 days ago, Sri Lanka became bankrupt, the first Asian country in the 21st century to be officially declared bankrupt. They can no longer pay off their debts. And yeah, they've gone into economic meltdown. The rupee's inflated something like 60%. Just since I've been here in the last weeks, but at the same time the price of petrol's nearly tripled since I've been here in the last 9 weeks. There's power cuts across the nation, which just 4 weeks ago were lasting 13 hours a day, and we're talking like a country that has often 40-35 degree temperatures, so you got no fan, no AC. Yeah, it's just awful. I mean, you can tell why the people are angry. There's no jobs. The government are basically just filtering all of the money out of the system.
People now, no lunch, no gas, no petrol, no diesel, no. We wagon only. This is on government.
It's not fair, is it? Oh. So yeah, I'm just opposite the president's house now, and as I was saying earlier, all of the economic issues have basically been caused by the president's family, who won the civil war, which is why they got voted into power, which is how they got power in the first place. And basically ever since then have just been leeching money from the country constantly through loads of different ways. And yeah, the people have had enough, and I'm not surprised. I mean, for example, like I said, I've been all around the country in the last 9 weeks, and the amount of rice I've seen grown is incredible. It's rice fields everywhere, but all of that rice is getting exported just so the government can then, you know, cream off the top of that export money rather than using it to feed their own people. So right now you can't even buy rice here, despite the fact they grow like a ridiculous amount of rice. It's just so unfair, backwards, messed up. I mean, most countries in the world are being fucked over by their government to some extent, but this is just a whole nother level. Prime example of the dangers here in Sri Lanka, even in the supposed most dangerous place in the country. Just normal dudes playing cricket, trying to have a good time, which is what most Sri Lankans are doing here. I will say this for sure, that despite all the horrible things going on and their terrible circumstances here inflicted upon them by the government, I've never met happier people in all of my life, friendlier people, more hospitable people. So like, for anyone thinking, oh, I don't want to go to Sri Lanka right now, honestly, I feel much safer here than I do in any country in the world, even my own home country, London. Yeah, and they need you now more than ever. I mean, this whole thing started because the government were filtering out the foreign currency reserves out of the country, probably because they knew the rupee was about to crash. Hello.
You want to come explore our donation areas? Like we donate food from these two tents. And I can kind of show you around.
Yeah, let's do it.
Have you been in the village?